The new Lloydminster Nissan is moving. We'll be temporarily relocating to the Big Blue Building on Highway 16 West, formerly known as Border City RV. And before we have to tediously move every single vehicle on the lot, we'd rather sell it. You can save today on our incredible Nissan lineup of cars, trucks, and SUVs. Move a new or pre-owned vehicle to your driveway with deep discounts. The moving out sale is on now at the new Lloydminster Nissan. The new Lloydminster Nissan. We won't sell you a car, we'll help you buy one.
Local people. Local news and events. Local sports. Local matters. For all things Lloydminster area, this is Live with Kurt Price.
Hey, welcome to the show today. I'm Kurt Price with the new Lloydminster Nissan. The new Lloydminster Nissan has moved, and you'll find us now on Highway 16 West in the Big Blue Building. It used to be Border City RV. You're invited to come out and take a look at parts, service, and sales, of course, all under one big roof. There's over 100 vehicles under that roof. If you're looking for new or you're looking for pre-owned, come see us at the new Lloydminster Nissan. We're just 5 minutes west in Cam's Industrial Park. You can't miss the signs. They'll take you right there. And then you'll find some great savings, including right now at the new Lloydminster Nissan, free gas for 6 months with your purchase. And that is on new vehicles, and new and pre-owned do not pay for 6 months, so that'll help get you through Christmas. And I noticed that the frost was coming out of the pavement this morning. It was a little bit slick. If you're looking for tires, we have tires, including winter tires, at cost at the new Lloydminster Nissan. Hope to see you there. Well, I guess today we have Caitlin and Jeff Mulligan joining us today to talk about the Astec Safety Challenge. And I know it's sold out, but we're going to get to how you can still watch all the action and maybe even interact with some of the players as well. I want to tell you about BioClean Disaster Services. BioClean Disaster Services is a local company. They're a family company, and they do business in Lloydminster, Bonnyville, Cold Lake, and surrounding area. And their focus is on you and your family and getting you back to where you were before your disaster. Now, whether that's fire or flood or asbestos contamination or damage from wind, they know that comes with a whole lot of stress. What they're going to do is not put any more stress on you, and really helps that they'll keep you up to date as they go on where the progress is at and getting you and your possessions and your property, but mostly your family, back to where before the disaster. So for disaster help, you can call a local company. You see them around town, you see their trucks around town, you see them on the swimming pool. BioClean Disaster Services, their focus is truly on you and your family. 1-833-246-8326. Well, there is a lot going on in the city as we get into the Christmas season. I know there's lots of Christmas lights for you to take a look at and all kinds of fun stuff out there. So let's talk about what we're going to be talking about in a minute, and that's sports, okay? And maybe not curling, but we're going to start with hockey. And the Lakeland Rustlers women's hockey team, they're holding their third annual Rustlers Hockey Fights Cancer event on Friday night. That's at the Russ Robertson Arena. You can go check that out. Plus, there's an online auction for you to check out as well. And that is live right now at 32auctions.com. You can find all the details on the Lakeland College Rustlers Women's Hockey page on Facebook, or, of course, the Lloydminster Region Health Foundation page as well. Game time at the Russ on Friday night is 7 o'clock. Border Paws Animal Shelter is holding their 2023 Jail and Bail on Friday, and that runs from 7 to 7. Some prominent members of the community will be getting locked up and asking you for donations, and those donations will go towards medical costs and operations at the SPCA, Border Paws it's now called, and I'll be getting locked up, so you can give a couple dollars to me or to anyone else, please do, and we'll have all the details for you tomorrow morning when we broadcast live from the Border Paws Animal Shelter. And here at the Lloydminster Exhibition, Chase the Ace, another big draw for tonight here at the Nissan Exhibition Grill. There are now 40 cards remaining in the deck and a jackpot that could reach $50,000. Tickets are just $10 each, or you can improve your odds and buy a package of tickets to get better odds, of course, and subscriptions are available as well. So your $10 or whatever you're paying, you just roll over until it's given away. Purchase in person, or for more buying options, including how to e-transfer, and you got to get those in right away, go to lloydx.com. This Saturday is the first of 2 huge Christmas markets for the Border City Farmers Market at the Service Sports Centre. This Saturday 11 to 5, next Saturday 11 to 5 as well. And there will be a huge amount, over 100 vendors on the field house and in the lobby. Santa will be there from 11 to 1 for the kids. Enter to win $100 in market money. There's also some great live entertainment that's happening as well. Again, that's this Saturday and next Saturday. And now is the time to be planning your entry into the Parade of Lights. One of Lloydminster's favorite events is back on Thursday, December 21st. And maybe you got an idea from last year that you can use because, of course, the parade was canceled last year. Maybe you have an undecorated your vehicle from last year. Canceled because of the cold weather, which is hard to believe this year because it's been so nice. But the parade starts at 7 o'clock, and I know organizers are sitting back going, yeah, watch us be the first cold stretch. Well, it looks like you're going to be pretty good for the next 2 to 3 weeks here. Lloydminster Ukrainian Cultural Association, the Mulligan Dancers Dine and Dance is January 13th. And it's a big one this year. Amanda Graff joined us yesterday and said the 50th anniversary of the Dine and Dance is one that they've been planning for a long time now.
So like I said, we wanted to ensure our alumni all got an opportunity to come out. So we especially invited all of our old alumni. We've partnered with Applause Decor. So we are going to have a truly elegant, decorated event with the red and gold and black colors that are kind of symbolic of our Ukrainian Cultural Club, as well as the 50th anniversary is gold. Our dancers have prepared an amazing ensemble of entertainment for them for the first little bit. Again, we've got our traditional Ukrainian meal that Stockade does always amazing job with their meal. And we're so happy that we have Millennia back as our band. Anyone who's ever attended an event with Millennia playing will attest to how amazing they are. They play everything from traditional Ukrainian to rock to country. So they really appeal to a wide host of patrons that come.
Tickets for that event can be picked up at either Mary Brown locations in Lloydminster for cash only. They're $75 for adults, and for kids 12 and under, they are $35. And the word from the 43rd annual Gift of Christmas is that they are running short on toys this year. The Gift of Christmas makes sure that every kid has a toy underneath the Christmas tree on Christmas morning. And while they are short all kinds of toys, they are really running short on toys for kids ages 12 and up. There are many drop-off locations in the city, including at the Olive Tree. So if you want to support an initiative that is really important to the community, Heather Clegg has told us it's a great time to start a new tradition with your family.
And I also know that in the past we've had people come in with a toy and it's kind of become a family tradition. They'll go out and they'll all pick out something together as a family to donate to the Gift of Christmas. And I think that that's really neat and a really nice tradition to have. So maybe it's something you would consider starting with your family this year.
Of course, I was associated with the Gift of Christmas for 20 years. I can tell you how important it is. And if you're buying a toy with batteries, it was always important to say, hey, make sure you include those batteries. Nothing worse than getting a toy and you can't use it on Christmas morning. But it's great to see that the community helps out, 43rd annual, but it'd be nice if kids go back to school after the break and say, this is what I got for Christmas. Superior Water is proud to provide you with the purest drinking water possible. I drink because I like the taste, and I believe it is superior to anyone else's water. I think it's the best water in Lloydminster, and at just $3 a jug, you get a consistent taste. And don't forget the ice for the Crown Royal as well, just $2 a bag. They have 2 locations in Lloydminster. You can visit them beside Sheepskin Loft on 57th Avenue, and if you need help with those big blue jugs, you're not going to have to ask for it. They're right there ready to do that for you. You can also visit their coin-operated location beside 7-Eleven, just off Highway 17 South. At Superior Water, water's what they do, and they do it well. We have Jeff Mulligan, Caitlin Mulligan here to talk to us about the Astec Safety Challenge, brought to you by Wild Rose Pump and Compression. All the details are coming up next.
At Lloydminster and District Co-op, membership matters more. Because being part of a co-op means you're connected to something bigger than yourself. From long-held legacy by those who built our communities, to people you call family, friends, and neighbors. When you're a Lloyd Co-op member, you're an owner in a local business that prides itself on purpose alongside profit. You earn cash back, you help support causes that matter most, and you're building a better way of life for the next generation. Membership matters more.
I'm Brian Zinchuk of PipelineOnline.ca. I used to be a pipeliner, and I've spent the last 15 years reporting on energy in Saskatchewan. PipelineOnline.ca provides comprehensive coverage of light oil, heavy oil, lithium, helium, power production including coal, wind, solar, geothermal, natural gas, and nuclear. There's a lot happening in Saskatchewan's energy sector, and Pipeline Online is there for all of it. No one else comes even close.
It's more than just taxes at LNA CPA. Assurance, accounting, retirement planning, estate planning, business consulting, financial consulting, farm program support, and bookkeeping. But yes, there is always taxes. The team at LNA CPA is committed to helping you achieve your best results and will be there to assist you every step of the way. LNA CPA, with offices in Provost, Vermilion, and Lloydminster.
At Jason Arden Associates Cooperators, we're proud to be a top-rated local insurance company that offers flexible solutions and expert advice for all your insurance and investment needs. We'll work with you to tailor your insurance specific to your needs, and we offer investment advice that always puts you first. At Cooperators, one of our core values is to support the communities we live in. When you support Jason Arden Associates Cooperators, you are supporting local nonprofits and initiatives. Since 2020, we have donated $60,000 to local nonprofits, youth sponsorships, and various special projects. When was the last time your insurance company did that?
How can you help support the oil and gas industry and jobs in Western Canada? The answer is closer than you think. Sell your scrap metals to PWM Steel. PWM sells scrap iron to Evraz, located in Regina. Evraz's #1 customer is the energy sector, building pipes and plates for the oil and gas industry. PWM Steel is your locally owned metal recycler and steel service center in the area. Plus, they're a strong supporter of the community. PWM Steel, your top steel supplier for Alberta and Saskatchewan for 40 years.
At Diamond 7 Meats, we work with local farm families to provide a high-quality product and a great selection for you. Try our mouth-watering smokies, pulled pork, roast beef, and more, made pure and natural with no additives or fillers. We offer custom processing, and our experienced team works for you to provide a selection of sausage, burgers, and jerkies made to your specifications. Take your grilling to the next level with a Yoder smoker. Complete the grilling experience with a Canadian-made, award-winning line of House of Q barbecue sauces. We're locally owned and operated, and we look forward to seeing you today.
Welcome back. We're at the Lloydminster exhibition, and my name is Kurt Price, of course, with the new Lloydminster Nissan. This is Caitlin Mulligan with Astec and Jeff Mulligan with Astec, and we're going to talk today about the Astec Safety Challenge brought to you by Wild Rose Pump and Compression, and it is great to have you both here. Thanks for giving us some time.
Good to be here.
Because I know you guys are super busy with this, and I also know that there were people who say, because there always is, what's this they're talking about, Astec Safety Challenge? What's this all about? Caitlin, fill us in on what the Astec Safety Challenge is.
So the Astec Safety Challenge is a 24 men's bonspiel that's going to be held in Lloydminster from January 10th to 14th. We have all the top teams have signed up, and we just sold out last week, so it's super exciting.
So how many tickets did you guys sell?
We sold 380 tickets.
Okay, and the biggest question will come is like, where are you going to put all those people?
So thanks to the City of Lloydminster, we are closing down Sheet 1, which will be all bleachers that the city has graciously helped us arrange. And then Sheet 8 is going to be our VIP section, sponsored by MNP. And then we obviously have about 100 seats downstairs, and then the tent guys is helping us out, and we're going to put risers upstairs to house some more people.
Remember your UFC fighting career when you were doing that, and we had the floor on the Civic Center floor? We're using that material.
Okay.
To block off Sheets 1.
Block off Sheets 1 and yeah. That's a lot of people in there, and the other thing that I love about this is because we're a small town and we're often looked at as small town events, you're bringing some huge names to Lloydminster, like the biggest names in curling, and it might start with the ice guy.
Yeah, so what we did right away there is John Wall, who's known as one of the best ice makers in the country, is coming, and he's going to share his experience and his knowledge with our ice makers, and it'll be retained here. But the biggest complaint that you'll see from the top players in the world will be ice conditions. So we think the right thing to do is create the surface and allow them to demonstrate their skills best, and that's exactly what we're doing. So John Wall, wall-to-wall ice, he's going to be here for 7 days, working with our 2 ice technicians here, and then we'll be left with that knowledge and experience right here.
That's pretty awesome. Now, Caitlin, fill us in on some of the teams that are coming.
So obviously Team Botcher is going to be here. We have Team Gushu, Team Retornas, Team Kui. We have Team Dunstone. We also have Team Schwaller, so there's a lot of international. And then we have some more local teams with Team Ryan Dice, and Team Armstrong will also be joining us too.
Okay, so if there's a big name in curling, he's coming to Lloyd.
Yeah, and I'm looking forward to Nicholas Sedin. He's one of the, one of the guys that we've watched for years win world championships, Olympic medals. Obviously Brad Gushu has a huge following, but you get Edin, Gushu, Dunstone, Cooey, Botcher, and then you throw in the up-and-comers, Returnaz, who's won two Grand Slams, Mowat, who's won world championships, Bruce Mowat, one of the best technical curlers in the world, and they're going to all be here on the ice at the same time in Lloydminster. The best in the world are coming here to converge on Lloydminster.
Why did Astec want to do this?
Well, we got involved sponsoring Team Botcher for a 4-year window, hopefully culminating in the Olympics in 26. And it was Mark Kennedy and Ben Hebert, who said, is there any chance that you guys would be interested in hosting something like the old Wayside Classic? And they had played in the Wayside Classic and experienced, of course, top curlers there. And they said, Lloydminster is such a great place for curling and has such a great history. Would you ever consider helping put that back on? And that's how it came about.
That's pretty awesome. Thanks for setting up with Mark Kennedy. And he talked about that, and he talked about your guys' support, and he talked about having a say into how things go as well, which for the curlers, I'm not sure every Bonspiel listens to the curlers.
No.
Let's put it that way. You guys have listened to them. You've even taken advice from Kevin Martin on your scorecards.
Yeah. So we just picked up from Kevin the scoreboards that are appropriate Briar-style scoreboards, bumper pads, so all of these great sponsors that have come on board, because you don't put together a $100,000 purse without a whole bunch of really good sponsors.
Yeah.
And so the nice thing is, when we say we're sold out, the one thing I would say is people should get to the website and look up who the sponsors are. Look at our Facebook for Astec Safety Challenge, see who the sponsors are, because they all got tickets.
Yeah,
they've got tickets. Like, if you want to get to it and you don't have tickets, I'd go be a really good customer of some of those sponsors.
That's a really good point. And you can't mention all the sponsors because you forget somebody, and there are a ton. But Rod and Irene Wild are another huge sporting sponsors. They came on board. They're the presenting.
Historically, they had been big supporters of Kevin Martin, Kevin Cooey, and of course Ben Hebert curled with Kevin Cooey for years.
Yep.
They became great personal friends as well as supporters and colleagues. And of course, after the Olds Grand Slam in 21, that team fell apart and Team Botcher was formed. So now you had Rod and Irene and the team at Wild Rose Pump and Compression saying, man, do we keep supporting Kevin Cooey? Do we support Ben Hebert's new team? And they went out and did some rodeo support and chuck wagon support.
Yep.
But they also have a young girls team they sponsor now.
Kevin Cooey's daughter.
And they're back, they're back involved in this in a big way. And the curling community is really happy to see Wild Rose Pump and Compression on this one.
I remember going to a lunch at Wild Rose with Kevin Martin, I think was there. Let's talk about how you can still see the action, because you mentioned, Caitlin, it's sold out, but that doesn't mean you can't catch all the action.
No, so the Lloydminster Exhibition is hosting our second family-friendly venue, which will be open Friday about 2 o'clock till the last draw, as well as Saturday about 10 a.m. until the last draw. So we're going to have some tabletop curling games. We're going to have a cornhole. I think Cindy from the city has found us a ginormous Connect 4. We're also going to stream the curling into the facility here. So maybe, mom and dad can have a pop and some food and the kids can play around. We are also hoping to have some of the curlers stop by for some meet and greet opportunities.
That's pretty awesome. That's what curlers do. I mean, that's a huge part of what curling is having that connection with the curlers.
Yeah, when we talk to guys like Matty Dunstone and some of those guys, this just comes out of them. That's the way he talks. And they're promoters. They know they have to promote. If we're going to build bigger purses, bigger profile, bigger recognition, and make the game bigger than Canada, the key right now is how do we make it's popular. It's the 10th most popular sport in the world. But how do we make the game so that we're not broadcasting and live streaming from Canadian venues and Canadian television? So, if these pots are going to get to $1 million, you're going to get people in Asia, you're going to get the European teams as sponsors, you're going to get the Samsungs of this world putting up $20 million. And that's how we're going to grow this. But to do that, people like Matt Dunstone got to come and get a picture taken over at the exhibition on the 12th or 13th of January.
Isn't it I don't know if it's the top, but it's one of the top growing sports in America.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the cost to come out to the Lloydminster exhibition?
It's free, completely and totally free, thanks to our great sponsors. And the exhibitionists came on. They're not charging us anything for the venue, so it's fully free. We're putting this on with Synergy as well, is going to help us out too.
I think the Lloyd X, as we know, wants to be and is a huge part of tourism and economic development in our city. And they saw this as another opportunity for them to contribute to the tourism sector. So we're delighted to have them. The more important, or the as important thing, is they also are the partner that's running the entire food and beverage over at the Lloyd Golf and Curling Center for us. And that's Jim Armstrong, who used to be the guy over there, who's coming back. People are jacked about
That's
him
awesome.
coming. Yeah.
Okay, and volunteers, Caitlin. You can't put on an event without sponsors, curlers, and of course volunteers play a huge part as well.
Yes, so we are still looking for volunteers. You can reach out to the Lloydminster Curling Club. You can also reach out to Astec Safety, to myself or Jeff. A lot of our staff now know this in and out, so they also know who to contact. We are still looking for some volunteers to work concession, parking lot attendant. All the scoreboard ones have been taken already, though. Everybody wants to interact with those curlers, but
I don't know if I'd want that stress.
And you know, why do we do this? Well, we bring something like the best in the world here, best on best, and how many opportunities do you get to see that? Much less not have to travel to it, but have it here. But more importantly, what's the legacy that's left behind? There's going to be about $75,000 to the Lloyd Curling Center.
Oh, wow.
So the Lloyd Curling Club's going to make about $70,000. They're getting 100% of the gate receipts, and we're going to do some legacy things like put up live streaming equipment, cameras that'll be there forever. The Wednesday Night Mixed League can live stream if they'd like after this. You know, all of that. And then there's 50-50.
Wow.
There's every team's being asked to bring memorabilia for a raffle. That profit's going to go to the junior curling program. At the end of the day, there will be, you know, in excess of $70,000 to $100,000 that will accrue to organizations here that really need the money and will further promote curling. We're doing an artist challenge. You'll remember the artist challenge we did at Hockey Day. Mm-hmm. You'll remember ones we used to do at the Mayor's Arts as well. And so we're having 4 artists. They're going to produce a piece in 2 hours on the opening night, and we're going to auction that off. Half the money will go to the artist, half's going to go to a scholarship for somebody pursuing an arts degree, an arts education. All these things are going on that all just are another opportunity for Lloydminster to engage at a higher level.
So you mentioned the raffle and the artist. Where do you, if you can't make it out there because like it's been sold out, where can you enter to win this kind of stuff? Where do you go to find more information?
So over here at the family friendly venue, they'll be able to access all of that. We will have it on the Astec Challenge Facebook as well.
Okay.
Yep.
Awesome. You mentioned that the curlers said you're missing something in Lloydminster, and we'd like to come back. Do you get the feeling from Lloydminster that they've been missing the Wayside Curling Classic?
I mean, I think we were all concerned at the organizing committee, which was largely the Hockey Day in Canada organizing committee people as well. You know, they all said, this is going to sell out in no time flat. What are we going to do? I said, we're going to have a really good problem. You know, so yes, Lloydminster is ready for it. People are saying, what a great window of time, January 11th to 14th, 10 years to the day later. But it's, you know, it's really a perfect time. Christmas is over. You've dealt with that. You're in a little bit of a, well, let's get going again. Let's get restarted. What are we going to do from a recreation and entertainment perspective? And it's a nice spot. But most importantly, it's the week prior to the Grand Slam in Red Deer, and that's how we get the international flavor. So.
Is this something you hope to make an annual thing?
yes, absolutely. It is something that we would like to make annual and then hopefully one day move over to the Synovus Hub. We do hopefully also be able to host one of the Grand Slam events as well.
We're reasonably sure that's going to happen.
Yeah.
And that we will be on the cycle for the Grand Slam as soon as we can confirm the opening at Synovus Hub. And just think, 2,200, 2,400 seats sold out for an entire event there. Can you imagine what we could do and the number of events we could have around the outside?
How many people would come from outside of our community?
Think of that vision.
Yeah.
Unbelievable what we can do. And we know when the Pinties was even at the Civic Center.
Yep.
It was a big event.
And people are disappointed that that's not coming back.
So we'll get her back.
One way or the other.
We'll get her back. We will have a Grand Slam here. We will have international exposure. It'll be a big event. But we have to put good steps in place first. This is a step. Next year will be a stepping stone. We got to do it right. We got to have the players, the sponsors, and the fans all say it was a good event.
And Caitlin, I just want to touch on the volunteer. How long are those stretches for volunteering?
We're hoping that people can do 5 2 to 3 hour shifts. So we're not asking for somebody to be there all day, but if they want to be there all day, they're more than welcome to. Your pass will get you in for the day that you are working, so you are able to watch the action. Obviously, the paid customers get the seats, but they're more than welcome to stand around and watch. We're just hoping for 5 2-hour shifts is our hope.
And how many volunteers?
We're going to need probably about 150 volunteers. I think we're at about 85 to 90 right now. So we are doing better than what was first anticipated, but we are looking for about 150.
About 50 a shift.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
What am I forgetting? What are we forgetting to mention about the Astec Safety?
I think get it on the calendars. Again, it's sold out, so the way to get there is to find the people who are sponsors. They've got tickets. They've got access to a VIP lounge. I'd be going there and using their services and looking for them and buddying up to them because they're the ones that are going to be able to open the door for people. And we are going to live stream as well from a feature sheet, a feature game each day, each draw. And so that'll be important for people too. That if you want to see some of your favorite players, we are going to broadcast some of those games. So.
Where should you watch for updates and information like that?
So the Astec Safety Challenge Facebook page would be a great first stepping stone. We do have a Twitter that we're just starting to kind of populate information on. The Lloydminster Curling Club has shared a lot of information as well. They can always get a hold of us at Astec Safety. We can guide them in the right spot. We'll know exactly what YouTube's going to be used here once we get all the live streaming equipment installed at the facility.
So about a month to go. Who's been a big help for you guys?
Kevin Martin. Kevin Martin, Ben Hebert, instrumental, Mark Kennedy. They've really been our go-tos in terms of information source. And along the way, It's Time Promotion has been heavily involved in the work we've done so far. And the City of Lloydminster, Lloyd Curling Club, those guys, Cindy Reckmovich, who we all know is always a big deal in these things. She's playing a big role for us. And, it takes a whole community to put something like this on. And thanks to great sponsors, great community, a partner with the City of Lloydminster coming alongside and letting us do what we need to do. And the Lloyd Curling Club giving up the ice for that period of time and having their technicians working alongside John Wall. So nobody has said no. Nobody has fallen short. Everybody has stepped up and said, let's do this for all the right reasons.
Thank you both. Really appreciate it.
Thank you.
This is a world-class event coming to Lloydminster, and to hear that it's going to be an annual thing, that's exactly what we need here in Lloydminster. More of, and it's great to see so many people working together to make that happen. We'll be back with you tomorrow. As I said, we're broadcasting live from Border Paws Animal Shelter, telling you all about the Friday event, which is a jail and bail. It's their annual jail and bail, and it's my first time to take part in this in a few years, so I'm looking forward to helping out, raising a few bucks for the Border Paws Animal Shelter as well, and we look forward to talking to you tomorrow morning, 11 o'clock.